Cornerstone Church, I just wanted to give you a little update from Vision Night. We had about 106 people that came out last Friday night. I know some of you couldn't make it, but are curious about some of the things that were shared. And so I just want to go over some of the highlights from the night. The first one I just want to share with you is some of the statistics that we currently see on Sunday mornings, or just in the church in general. Right now we have about 300 people who are members of the church. We also have about 500 people total, that includes members, who are regular attenders of the church. So even though we may not see 500 people on a Sunday morning, there are 500 people who call Cornerstone Church their home church. That's a great statistics. It's a great way for us to just measure how we're doing reaching people. We're also seeing almost 150 different kids that are coming on Sunday mornings over the last 6 months. Over the last year, we're averaging about 57 kids on Sunday mornings, but in the last 3 months, we're actually averaging 74 kids on Sunday mornings. And our high was just a few weeks ago when we had 90 children on Sunday mornings. And so we really believe God's doing some incredible things among us here at Cornerstone Church. We're actually on track. We believe we will see as many as 650 different visitors this year at Cornerstone. We also believe that we will add almost 120 new members. In fact, we have a membership class coming up on April 2nd, right after the morning worship service. We're going to provide lunch, so if you're not a member but are interested in stepping into membership, we just want to invite you to come and be a part of that. The class is going to last about an hour and a half. We just want to share with you some nuts and bolts of what's going on here at Cornerstone. So we hope that you will decide to come out to our membership class. So you're probably curious about some of the steps that we're going to take in order to accommodate some of the growth that we're seeing at the church. One of the first things that we're doing is we're going to begin offering 2 services. This will start on Easter Sunday, where we will have a service at 9 o'clock and another one at 10:45. But even in the weeks that follow that, we will continue to have 2 services. We want to encourage our people to attend one and serve one, which would help us be able to reach even more children, especially on Sunday mornings. So that will happen. You'll also hear some more information about Life Apps, but right now our Life Apps classes will take place during the second service. And we're really excited about these opportunities as we multiply options for people to come and hear the gospel. Our mission team shared at the Vision Night, and it was really neat. One of the things that just for me caught my attention was the vision that they have over the next probably 10 to 15 to 20 years is they want to have a Cornerstone Church presence on every continent around the world. I thought that was a bold move to say, hey, this is something that we want to see happening, that our little church in Bluffton, South Carolina would have an influence around the world. There's a lot of other great things happening with our mission strategy. We have a trip going to Ecuador later this year. There's information available on our website. Actually, our elders and myself and Travis are going down to Costa Rica. Miguel and his church have asked for us to become more intentional in our involvement with them. So we are going down there to provide some training for their leaders and their volunteers. We're really excited about the doors that God is opening in Costa Rica. And we're also going to be evaluating all of our missions partnerships to make sure that this is where we want to be involved. So our mission team has done a great job in laying out a plan for how we are going to move forward with missions. Probably one of the big things that caught everybody's attention in our Vision Night is that we are taking a step of faith. We're seeing God do some incredible things in our midst, and we're just at a place where we are going to begin looking for 2 different pastoral positions in the life of the church. One is that we are going to look for a full-time children's pastor. We're really excited about the opportunities that lie before us. As you've heard, we're seeing an increasing number of kids on Sunday mornings, almost 150 over the last 6 months that we've seen. Just a great opportunity to pour into their lives and to pour into the lives of their families. So we're going going to begin looking for a full-time children's pastor. And at the same time, we're also going to begin looking for a full-time student pastor. We believe just bringing some people in full-time who can invest in the lives of our kids and the lives of their parents is just the right move for us right now. And so we're excited about what God has for us in the future in those two areas especially. So please be praying for us as we launch into this search. These are not going to be easy, but we really believe that if God brings us the same caliber of people that He brought to us with Travis and his family, then we know that God's going to really open up the floodgates and great things will continue to happen at Cornerstone Church. One of the other things that we talked about and shared about is just an area that requires so much prayer. We believe that God over the next probably at least 5 years is going to open up the door for us to relocate our church campus. We don't know what that looks like right now, but we are praying for clarity. We're asking God to show us specifically where He wants us to be. I mentioned at Vision Night that I believe this is probably the only church that I will pastor in my life. I've been here for 8 years, and I've been dreaming and envisioning about what God would do here over the next 20 to 25 years. And so we are really excited about what lies before us as a church. And so I'm asking you to pray with us. There's 3 things that we're asking the church as we left Vision Night the other day. The first one is that we're going to be offering a congregational survey over the next 6 weeks. We just want to hear some of the things that we learned from our leaders. We want to see if the same thing is true in the congregation. And so you'll be getting a congregational survey. You're going to want to look for that on email, but we'll also make it available on Sunday mornings after the service. The second thing that we want to encourage our people to do is invite. What is happening here as a result of you, the church, inviting people to come and be a part of what God is doing here. And so continue to invite people. We challenged the church just a couple of weeks ago with our Do Something book that we put together, just to, identify 10 people in your area of influence, 10 people that you know, they don't go to church, they don't have a relationship with God, and you begin praying over them. Pray for their salvation, pray for God to open up an opportunity for you to share the gospel with them, and then pray for your own boldness. And then the last thing is just invite them to Easter. Easter is a great opportunity for you to invite people who just want to know a little bit more, people who want some questions answered. I'm going to be preaching a message on Easter Sunday entitled Why I Believe, and we're going to look at some of the disciples from John chapter 21. It's going to be just a great morning. So just invite people, and that will make a huge difference. And then the last thing is we want to launch into a 40-day prayer campaign that will take place beginning at the end of April. And we're just asking the church, we're going to put prayer into my messages, we're going to put prayer into the focus of all of our small groups, and we're also doing a Draw the Circle book. It's written by Mark Batterson. It's a 40-day devotional because we want the church to be praying about what we believe God is leading us to so that we can begin to move forward with greater clarity of what He wants to do at Cornerstone Church. We're so excited that you're a part of this. We love what God is doing here. We love the fact that He brought you here, and we're just asking you to join us on the journey to see what God will continue to do here in our midst. Thanks so much for listening to the update. We hope that you have a great week and continue to pray for us and pray for clarity as we move forward.